Welcome back, friends, to some more Lord of the Rings Online. In this episode, I'm going to continue with the Fall Festival of 2017. And again, you can watch my one from 2016, where I did all of the quests here. I did do the new Bingo Boffin quest in the previous episode. This time around, I'm going to go through the Haunted Burrow, and then I am going to go through the Troves and Trickery quests in all of the 4 regions, and then hopefully go over some of the rewards for the Fall Festival. This may be a bit of a longer episode because I want to try to squeeze all of that into a single episode. That way I don't make this into a 5-episode saga, and we can move on with the content. So I guess let me begin with this gentleman here, Polo Puttyfoot.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Oh, mercy be, you wouldn't believe me if I told you, but I'll tell you anyways. I was in the Haunted Burrow searching for treasure, and I found a bit of a chain in the attic. I thought perhaps a door would open on the ceiling and I would find a ladder full of riches, but no. A living, walking skeleton came towards me, rattling and clanking. It gave me such a fright. I ran away before I could even finish tugging on that chain. So remember, only one quest can be active in the Haunted Burrow at a time. That's alright though. Forgive me if I get lost in here, particularly in the basement. I always get lost in there. There's just no avoiding it. Let's go ahead and go through the attic though, and use the chain here. Oh no, something is coming. Rattle, clack, I'm coming for you. I'll haunt you forever, haha. Ouch, hey, I'm not really a monster. It was only a hobbit playing a silly prank. Alright, so let's get out of here. I should be able to do this faster than last year, because now I can kind of remember the location of some things. At least, that is what I hope.
How do you do?
That evil wight was only a hobbit in disguise? Abominable behavior. Who was it? I shall give him a telling off that he will not be forgetting anytime soon. The goal of some folk, really.
Stay and have some tea.
Dear me, I only dared go into the haunted cellar once to look for treasure, but all I did was get out as fast as I could. There were monsters everywhere. In one of the wings there were spider webs all about the place, but then I spotted a jar of honey. I love honey naturally, so of course I went right for it. But then I heard a bear. It made a deep roaring sound, and oh, it was close. Will you go banish it from the burrow so that it doesn't harm any of the innocent folk who have wandered in? Will do. Let's go. Let's go inside. Alright. And let's go towards the cobweb wing. I believe this is where the honey is going to be, of course. I believe that it's actually over here. Nope, that is a hobbit. There's the honey. There it is. Oh no, something is coming. I think the timing got messed up because somebody had just done this quest, so let me use it again. There we go. Roar, slobber, slaver, drool, grr. I'm only a hobbit, don't hurt me. Alright, so it was only another hobbit again. No worries. Try to get out of here. I do have to go through the basement to get out of here. It's where usually I get lost. Let me use the poorly hidden chest again. I mentioned this in the previous episode, but this chest here you can use once a day while the Harvest Festival is active. It has a very low chance of dropping an item that will start a quest that ultimately leads to a steed reward, and hopefully one day, one year, I'll be able to get that item so I can check that off my completionist checklist. I really hope so, one day. No, I didn't get what I needed. Anyways, tried my best there. Actually didn't try I mean, there's nothing I can do. It's luck. It's luck based. I did manage not to get lost here, so that's a start. I'm happy with that.
Good day.
Did you drive off the hungry bear? You were so brave to venture in there. What? A hobbit? A hobbit playing a prank? I've never heard of such a naughty trick, but I'll be speaking to that lad's parents before the day is out.
Hello there.
Oh
Might
my
I speak with
goodness,
you a
how I
moment?
hate being frightened away from my business. I was in the haunted burrow looking for treasure, you see, and I saw a candle on the floor to help me see. I went to pick it up and suddenly a ghost chased me away. Yes, a real ghost hiding in the shadows. Don't look at me like that, I tell you it was real, and it was. If you don't believe me, go see for yourself. But you'd be wise to steer clear of the wing of the cellar where the spooks have got to, if you ask me. So this is going to be in the creeping wing. I can make my way over there, no problem. Let's go through the cobweb wing. And then actually up through here and into the creeping wing. Let's see if I can find this candle. Right over here. Oh no, something is coming. Woo, woo, be frightened. Brr, I'm a terrifying ghost. Run for your life. Wow, don't hurt me. I'm only a hobbit. So he's done for. And now I'm actually a little bit lost. I don't know where I am. I got disoriented. But here we go. This is to the basement. And then we can get out of the basement this way. Surprised I haven't gotten lost yet. And really, I should be using my forced march. I didn't realize I didn't have it on.
Hello there.
Did you run away when you saw the ghost as well? Do you mean to tell me it was a hobbit and not a ghost? What a terrible trick. I stubbed my toe when I ran away, and it was my big toe at that. Still smarts. Alright, so we're done with that guy and his quests. Let me speak with her.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Oh, help, help, my friends and me. We thought we'd go and have an adventure together and look for old Bilbo's treasure, but one by one they disappeared and suddenly I was all alone. I made it out safe enough, but they're still inside. I can only imagine what a horrible nightmare they must be having in that burrow. Will you help find them and get them back safe, Kippen? I'd be so very grateful indeed. So this is the one where I have to find all of the hobbits. And man, I really don't remember where they were from last year, but I'm gonna try my best. I think there's 2 of them per wing, if I'm not mistaken. There's one right here.
Mercy me.
Eek, go away, you don't scare me. Alright, so there's one of them. And then the other one up here, I believe. Let me see, let me go through here. Let me go through there. I think there's one over here. There we go.
Good day.
I'm sorry, I was just having a bit of a look at some of Bilbo's old notes. What a curious imagination he had. Wouldn't it be terribly exciting if his wild stories were real? Alright, so let me head into the attic. Actually, there's another hobbit here.
How rude.
Hello, yes, I was here with May. And don't you be trying to shoo me out. I left the party because I saw it glittering at the end of the corridor and I thought it might be treasure. A pretty coin it was, too. Now leave me be. I'll not be leaving until I found a great hoard of treasure. Alright, so let's go into the attic. And there should be a hobbit all the way back here. Snuff, hoo my chibi. I put on this black cloak to sneak around in front of my friends, but I'm afraid I am lost. Will you show me the way out? Right, let's move on to the cobweb wing. And I believe there is one hobbit who is hiding here. I believe he is here in this little nook.
Hello there.
I was sure this was an exit. It was a left, then a right, then a left, then another left, then another left, and then a left, I believe. Shh! You're interrupting. I was trying to remember the way out. Now pray, leave me be. Whatever you say, Mr. Hobbit. I was only trying to help. Let's head into the creeping wing. And I can't remember if there's any hobbits here. I don't think there are. I think the last one's actually in the basement, so I'm gonna go straight through. And let me see if I can find a hobbit here. I think this is the last one. If I can click her. Oh my gosh. Alright, fine. Let me scoot in.
What do you want?
A ghost. I saw a ghost. Do you think it was the old Took? I am frightened. He was very angry at me for eating his dinner while he wasn't looking one night. Do you think that he has come back to haunt me? Oh, hell, pray. Don't be cross with me. I meant him no harm. I'm actually going to use this. The exit the haunted burrow. You can use it once every 30 minutes? Yeah. So I might as well use it now. Just because I feel like it. And yeah, let me tell her the good news here.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Thank goodness they're all alive. I was so terribly worried. Maybe I will venture back in myself someday. I would dearly like to peek at old Bilbo's hidden treasure. Alright. And I got some legendary weapons here needing reforged. That's fine. My mouse is acting a little weird. Alright, let me talk with this guy.
Could I take a moment of your time?
What a terror. I ventured into the haunted burrow, for I was sure there would be treasure tucked away in every corner. I swore I wouldn't leave until I came away with a few riches. Instead of jewels at the bottom of the various jars and whatnot, I found the most horrible things instead. Sticky, cold, wet, terrifying things, unnatural things. When I came back outside for a bit of fresh air, I found that I had lost several of my valuables in the meantime. Surely they are at the bottoms of the jars now, for other greedy folks to find. Now I am poorer than when I started. I dare not go back. Will you help me? Yes, I'll help you, good sir. Let's go. Alright, so I have to find the little jars here, right? I don't remember. I don't remember terribly. There we go, yeah. There's jars everywhere in each wing. And I kind of have to get lucky with them. You plunge your hand into this jar, but the insides of it squirm as if alive. Bugs, bugs, bugs. So that was not the jar. Let me see if I can find another jar somewhere. There's one right here, next to that goblin. And nothing here either. Let me try that one. And nothing here either. My goodness, how unlucky am I? There's no jar here. But there is one here. I feel like that's the one I just tried, right? Yeah, I just tried that one. And I tried that one as well. Let's see if there's one around here. This has to be it, right? I think there's only 4 per region, so there you go. You bear just long enough to bravely retrieve a pocket watch held hostage by the creepy crawlies within. So let's head into the attic and let's start looking through some of these bones. So it's not in there. Let's try this one. These delicate bones have an ashy feel to them, like they will crumble in a moment if you trouble them. You imagine the dust of death filling your nose and eyes and squeeze your eyes shut unwittingly in anticipation. Fortunately, your fingers grasp a shiny button before too long. So I got the missing button here. Let's head into the cobweb wing. And let me see what I can find around here. There is some sticky cocoons. So that was not it. Let me go through this secret area. See what else I can find. Do you really have Do you reach in here? You want to. Hallfest said he searched in any unlikely place where treasure could be hiding. Oh, is it sticky and terribly unpleasant? Are there words for such an awful sensation? You search for a moment, your heart beating fast as can be, and pull out a very nice glove. Hopefully this belongs to Hallfest. Alright, so I got his missing glove. Let me head out of here. If I can find the way. Through the fake wall. And then I got the barrels of flesh here. There's not one here. I think the first one is right here. Oh no. Really, Hallfest? Why did you look for treasure in here? It smells unbearable, it's all cold and mushy. It seems that Hallfest didn't spend long here, for you are able to find his ring near the top of the disgusting pile. If there's any more treasure hidden inside, it's best to let it stay there. Alright, excellent. And then finally, the basement. Gonna have to search some of these puddles here. So that was not it. We'll try this one. That wasn't it either. Let's see what else I can find around here. Let me try this puddle. Something glints in the middle of the puddle, and you are sure it is something that belonged to Hallfest. You reach for it, but the blood drains from your head as you realize that the puddle is quite warm. Feeling very faint, you quickly pocket the monocle you have retrieved. Alright. Time to get out of here. I found everything I needed to. You are such a brave hobbit. I can't believe you were able to bear it in there. You are bolder than I, and no mistake about it. I am tremendously indebted to you, Kippen. I am beginning to recover a bit from my terrifying adventure. Did you see any treasure while you were inside? Maybe I'll have another look. Alright, so done with that one. Let me speak with Poppy Cotton. Let's do a stroll through the haunted burrow.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Hello there. I was brave enough to go to every corner of the haunted burrow and not run away, are you? I went in on some dare and left proof that I visited. If you return me the proof, I'll know that you did the same. But there's a catch. You have twice the amount of time I took myself. You must get back to me quickly, Kippen, or else it won't count. Are you ready? So I got 20 minutes to do this, which is a little bit ridiculous, but I will do it. Alright, so I think I need to start in the attic. And here I have some rope, which is the first trophy. Alright. Next up is the cobweb wing. And I want to say that the trophy... It's not here. There we go. Oh, that's on the other side. Through the fake door, of course. I should have known that. Right here. There we go. I need to try and do a better job at avoiding some of these traps. Not doing the best job. Alright, next up we are at the creeping wing, and I believe that the trophy is actually right by the door, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I remember this one because it was super easy. As it was to the door to the next area. And then the trophy here, I want to say, is near the exit as well. And I'm not terribly convinced. Yeah, it's right here. There we go. I'm out of here.
Good day.
Let me see what you have there. Well done indeed. You definitely made good time. But still not as good as mine. Are you up for a more difficult challenge? So now we do the same quest, but in
Hello
less
there.
time.
Might I speak with you a moment?
So now I see you are very brave, and it's quite well. But do you have the skills to be as nimble as myself? I made my way through the tricky burrow in just a hair of time I gave you before. It was not easy, but I did it. If you can beat my time, I'll be very impressed. How quickly can you return to me? Are you ready? Alright, let's go. This time I only have 4 minutes. But I've just done a practice run, I guess. So it should be pretty easy. Alright. And then through here. Through the fake wall. Grab that little cocoon there. Got stunned, that kind of sucks. It's okay though. Doing a bad job at avoiding these. I really don't know what triggers it. I don't know if it's the spider webs or walking under the spider. I really don't know. Anyways though. Doesn't matter too much. Final trophy here. Alright, I think she's going to be impressed.
A lovely day, isn't it?
That was most impressive, Kippen. Now I see why you are a well-traveled hero of the wide world beyond our bounds. And I am but a farmer's daughter of the Shire. Well done, my dear. Alright, so done with that. Next up, let me talk with this gentleman.
Stay and have some tea.
Hello, friend. As many folk in these parts know, Old Mad Baggins was a great lover of riddles. So it seems he left a riddle or two for us in the Haunted Burrow. Only problem is, I can't make a thing of it. After the first riddle, I must have had a drink from the wrong bottle, and it made me worse off than before. I believe he meant for us to have a great treasure if we manage to solve it all, but who has the patience for such tomfoolery? If you can figure it out and tell me how it goes, I'll be sure to give you all the coins I've managed to get my hands on so far. Alright, so let's go, and I think I remember the solutions from last year. So you can read the hint. And they all start out the same way. 3 bottles sit before you, yet their colors mustn't bore you, for if first you drink and last you think, you'll find that I outscore you. The correct bottle: he weeps a golden tears in morn's light, a mighty shield he makes at sun's height, in evening rain tumbles and cascades, at night sleeps bare in the bed he's made. Orange bottle has a warrior, white has a tree, blue has a cloud. The correct one here is the white bottle. Let me go ahead and take that. And remember, you have to use the riddle doors as opposed to the regular doors. And I believe the riddle door for this first part, I want to say is... Oh man, I don't remember. I think it's right through here, actually. There we go. And here's the second riddle. The only certainty is death in battle. For once thrust, my sword is lost. Henceforth, sweet life must be lived to the fullest. Orange is a thief. White is gold. Blue is etching of a bee. So this is the blue bottle. Alright. And then the riddle door is actually through here, I believe. There we go. And then here at the creeping wing, we got another riddle. Upon him thy thoughts laid, take care. He whispered sharp as knife's blade. Beneath thy feather stayed. Beware, it billows if is thy thrust betrayed. So paper, eagle, hat. So this one's actually the orange bottle. Right. And then I believe the riddle door here is actually this one. And finally the basement. When we were introduced, I did not agree with you one bit, but I helped you on your second meeting, did I not? When we met last, I didn't seem to affect you in one way or another. Which bottle am I? So it's the same one as the second one, which is the blue bottle. Alright, and then... oh man, which one is the riddle door here? I don't remember. Let me go this way. Only got 2 minutes to not get lost in here, hopefully. But lost I am. I want to say that I want to get to this other side, like over here somewhere. No, that's not it. Dang it. I'm super lost. Actually, here we go. No, that's a fake door. My god, I'm super lost, and my time is running dry. This is bad, guys. This is bad. I can't see where I'm going. Let me just go here. Oh, I guess it was just a regular door, I guess? Okay. I got 51 seconds. That's plenty of time, I think. Alright, so I made it. Did you really make it all the way through based on solving the riddles? Well done, Kippen. You're far cleverer than I. That much is certain. There we go. So that one is done. And then... I think that is it for now here in the Haunted Burrow. Although, this gentleman you may remember with the Ale Association, if you are associated with the Ale Association, he also gives you a quest. So this may very well be the last Ale Association quest that I do, because I actually think I may do the In-League before the Fall Festival runs out. I don't know, I haven't decided yet.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
Have they spotted me yet? I don't think so. Good. They mustn't know the Ale Association is meddling, or else I fear there will be an all-out war between our two leagues. I have been sent on a mission to scout out what all the fuss is about at the party tree this autumn. It seems a new door is there, and I saw many hobbits go in and few come out. Leave it to hobbits to get lost underground. This is a capital opportunity for us to scare them silly. You should go find them and scare them in any way you can think of. So I already did this quest in the Ale Association series, you may remember. So this one is not too much different than the one where you have to find the hobbits. Eek, a ghost, help. Let me try to find everyone here. Oh! Oh, she fainted. That's not good. Poor old hobbit. Anyways, let me head back to the main area. Why is my hobbit cowering? There's all these bats swarming in. Let me scare this one. There we go. Boo! Eek, the ghost! Alright, let me head into the attic next. And then we can scare this poor guy in the corner here. Oh, save me, boo-hoo-hoo. Let me head into the cobweb wing. Were there... This is the one that does not have a hobbit, I think, right? I can't remember. No, it does. It does. There's one in that little corner. The creeping wing is the one without a hobbit. So I can scare this little fella. Roar, slobber, slaver, growl. I don't know why he fainted, but I was trying to read the text from my actual box there. Anyways, let's continue. This one does not have a hobbit, so I'll just move on through. And then this one is right towards the exit, I believe. No. Where was this hobbit? Dang it, now I'm all confused. There we go. Eek! Alright, so that's all of the hobbits scared. Now let me get out of here. Even though I confused myself with where I am. I think, there we go. Now this time around, I'm actually going to come out this way and head into the mystery door. If you remember, this mystery door takes you here to Bag End. And there are 3 chests you can use here. There's the out-of-place chest. And last year, I only showed you this one, but there's actually 2 more here. There's that one. And then there's this one as well. And you can use all of these every hour. And then the one in the basement you can only use once a day, unfortunately. Here at Bag End. And I am lost in Bag End. There's a door. Okay. Let me go turn in this quest, of course. My legs just broke. Just broken. Kind of crazy.
I am at your service.
That is a delightful story. It's too bad it has nothing to do with ale, but what can you do? There are certain order of priorities when you join the Ale Association, you know. We want to take care of important matters first. Ale will always be there later. Alright, so done with that. Next up, let's go ahead and do the Trickster quest, the Troves and Trickery. The Fall Festival is my favorite time of year, Kippen. One of the fondest traditions is the game of Troves and Trickery. If you wish to play Wander Amongst the Hobbits, some will give you some clues as to the tricks they would like to see, then you perform them. If you succeed in pleasing them all, return here and I will reward you. What do you say to that? Alright. So I'm trying to remember where all these hobbits are. I think that the first one is actually near the Grange, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, right there. It's the first one.
Good day.
If you don't mind me saying, this is embarrassing. Well, your clothes around the backside, they're not quite fitting right. You might want to do something about that. So if I remember correctly, this one is Pick. The Hobbit is tickled by your trick. Excellent. I think all the other ones are down south towards Hobbiton. I think there's one here, sure enough, at the stables.
A lovely day, isn't
Don't you
it?
just hate it when you see a creeping, crawling thing, and then suddenly your skin crawls for the next hour? Why, just that very thing happened to me. I saw a spider, and now I'm shuddering all over. And I think this one is Shiver. And he is tickled by my trick. Excellent. The next one, I believe, is in a dock. There he is, I see him.
Oh, good day.
I'd better catch a fish soon. I've been here all day and I haven't seen so much as a fin. I would give anything to see a fish right now. Any fish at all. I'm about to lose my temper. So this one is Tantrum. And he is delighted by my trick. Excellent. And then next up, I believe, is all the way in that gazebo up there.
Hello there.
I'm so stuffed, I don't know what to do. I've had 5 meals in a row, and a fair amount of drink as well. I'd love to eat more, but I'm not sure there's room. What should I do? She should burp, most certainly. Alright, so we're done with that. Let's go turn that in. That's a big-ass shield. Dang. Looks kind of cool, not gonna lie. The reason why I'm thinking about doing the in-league quests before moving on to Moria right after this is that would push me over to level 65 maybe, and then I could craft myself a first age javelin so I could have that going into Moria. That would be kind of nice, but not necessary. Still deciding.
How do you do?
This is splendid, terrific, wonderful. You have done such a good job. Maybe too good of a job. I don't know how my tricks will ever top yours. I'm gonna go ahead and take some Fall Festival tokens. And then these other quest rings here, I believe. Yeah, that's Ale Association and in the quests. Not gonna bother with those right now. What I am gonna do is return to Mickle Delving. And I think the reason I want to do that is so I can do the horse races, which I picked up in the last episode. Let me actually get rid of this, and then let me bring up my quests. I have the horse races here. So let's go ahead and head on over that way. Shouldn't be too far, I don't think. 400 meters, not too bad. And then we only have to do the tricks and trovery quests in each of the other 4 regions. There's really nothing else to do in those besides, of course, the horse race and Bree. I will be doing those. And then I'll probably end the episode back here where I started, showing you some of the rewards for this year's festival. Trying to get to the start of the race here.
Good day.
Hello there. Are you going to try to win a steed? I hear they are fine up at Hangstacer Farms.
Hello there. Might I
Welcome,
speak
welcome.
with you a
This is
moment?
quite an odd event, don't you think, to race around on these great tall beasts? I'm not sure I like it at all, but folk come from near and far to take a chance at this game to prove their skill with a steed. The rules are very simple. Race through each gate, and you mustn't fall off your steed before the time runs out. When you see 2 gates next to one another, you must choose which path to take, be it high or low. The low path may be muddy, and the high is sure to be dry, but precarious indeed. There will be other hurdles to disrupt you as well. Do you feel up to the challenge? Only the most spirited riders should even attempt such a feat. It is sure to be very dangerous. I myself would never attempt such a thing. Alright, let's go. Let's take a pony. And let's run for our lives. Oh, I failed. Did I go through the gate? Maybe. I backed up there because I couldn't tell if I had gone through it or not, and now I'm running out of time. This is not good at all. I jumped too early. This is bad. My time is not doing good. I certainly have to go through this gate instead. Oh no! I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna run out of time. I don't think I've ever failed this quest before. Oh, this is gonna be a first. Ah. Oh my gosh. Wow. I failed. I can't believe it. What's the cooldown on this thing? An hour. Ugh. We're gonna be skipping this one this year, guys. That's just the way it's gonna have to be. Let me go to Bree. Let's go do those quests. And I think there might be a pony straight to the festival ground here. Yes, so let's go that way. I don't know why I did so bad on the horse race. That was very uncanny of me. This is Ale Association. This is dancing, I believe. No, this is the trickster one. This is what I'm looking for.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Harvest Math is such a wonderful time of year. One of my favorite festival traditions is the game of troves and trickery. To play, you go about finding people to trick throughout Breetown. They will tell you something, and you must do your best to act out something related to it. Are you interested in playing? Let's go ahead and do it. It gives me 40 minutes to do it. Let me go ahead and do the horse race first, since it's right here. Well, I don't know, because I think I'm going to have to come back here anyways. Nah, whatever. Let's do it.
Hello there.
Warden. Are you here to race? I have quite a challenge for you if you're up for it.
Hello, friend.
Greetings
Could
to you,
help me with
stranger.
something?
Are you here to try the obstacle course? Only the most experienced riders will be able to master such a tricky path in the amount of time we have allotted. The rules are simple. Race through each gate and you mustn't fall off your steed before the time runs out. When you see two gates next to one another, you must choose which path to take, high or low. The low path may be muddy, but the high is sure to be dry and precarious indeed. There will be other hurdles to disrupt you as well. If you feel up to the challenge, only the most spirited riders should even attempt such a feat. It should be very dangerous, but you have a hearty look to you. Alright, maybe I won't fail this time around. That was embarrassing and ridiculous. I just can't believe it. There we go. It's really not that hard to do. I don't know. Anyways, whatever. That's in the past. And there we go. Oh my gosh. Get through the gates. My time is almost running out. It's actually a little bit closer than I thought. But anyways, let me talk with this lady.
What can I do for you?
It is rare to see such excellent riding in these parts, Skip, and I am very impressed. You should be proud of your achievement. I certainly am. Alright, so there's that. And I believe I have... Yes, this takes me to the Prancing Pony, so let me head that way so I can do the Troves and Trickery quest. Alright. And I believe the first person is that person right there.
Hello there.
Don't I have news for you, traveler? My neighbor, Provincia, was quarreling with her husband so loudly that it quite caught my attention. And you'll never guess what about. Can you guess? I shall tell you what. Apparently, he would not let her buy silks for a new dress. Why ever would she need a new dress? I cannot imagine why. She has 10 already, and they are in decent shape as they are. Do you want to know what I think? I'll warrant she just wants to compete with Bessie Hawthorne's dresses. For I hear Bessie has 11. I for one am quite content with my 8 dresses. What do you say to that? I remember this one because I had a hard time spelling it. It's whip-de-doo. So let me try 2 P's. Golly, how do you spell that? Let's try that. This town person does not seem terribly delighted with your trick, but it seemed to do the trick nonetheless. Alright. Next up, I need to head to the stone area or Beggar's Alley. Let me head that way. Should be somewhere around here, I thought. Maybe. There we go.
What can I do for you?
My poor head, how it throbs. Pray do not disturb me unless you brought me some more ale. I know I ought to be ashamed of myself for drinking so much, but what's a man to do? Bill Fernie kept goading me on. Look where he got me. My mother will give me an earful when I wander home stinking of beer. Alas, alas. So I do have to scold. There we go. This town person does not seem terribly delighted with your trick, but it seemed to be the right response nonetheless. Alright, next I have to try and head into Beggar's Alley. I remember this one too. It's that crazy guy. There he is. He's still dancing. All the way from last year. He's been dancing for a year non-stop.
Greetings, friend.
I dance all day. If I ever stop, my legs will turn to trees. So I dance, dance, dance. All day, every day. What can a man do with 2 trees for legs? They'll tell me I'm mad. But they won't. They will not think so when their legs turn to trees. I wonder if he's wearing the violet shoes from the previous episode that Bingo Boffin was talking about. So the right response here is crazy. This town person is delighted with your trick with everything else you do as well. And I believe the final one is over by Beggar's Alley. Not Beggar's Alley, I mean the auction hall. I wonder how long this episode's gonna be. Again, I'm trying to squeeze all of the festival into this one episode, besides, of course, the Bingo Boffin quest chain in the previous one. There she is.
How can I be of service?
I spent all my week's pay at the auction hall, I did. You should lend me some money. A fine traveler like yourself must have some money, and I shall turn it into handsome profits for you. What do you say to that, yes or no? So this is a no. This town person does not seem terribly delighted with your trick, but it seemed to be the right response nonetheless. Where's the... There's a stable. Let me head back to...
Greetings.
Westbury, that way I can take the pony to the festival. That's so convenient that they placed that there, and I didn't utilize it last year, but you learned something. So the pumpkins here are similar to the apples in the Shire. You can pick them once an hour, I believe. Is it once an hour or once a day? It is once an hour. There you go. I got a large pumpkin, so I can trade that in for, I think, 3 tokens.
Hello,
which
friend.
is great.
Can I help you with something?
There we go. So next up, we can go to Deweyland. Let's go there so we can do the elven tricks and trovery stuff. Wait. Oh, no. I forgot to turn the quest in. I can't... That was stupid. That's okay. I'll wait for my cooldown and breathe. Let's do this for now. And then we'll... That was... I'm sorry about that. That was dumb. Anyways. Let's go scroll hunting here. Similar to the apples in the Shires and the pumpkin in Breeland.
Sweet-eyed Melon, how may I be of service?
There we go. Done with that.
You may be of service to me.
The Autumn Revel is my favorite time of the year, and among our traditions, Rink, or Trojan Trickery, is my favorite tradition. If you wish to participate, go throughout Duilan seeking out those who will challenge you. Listen well to what they tell you, and then perform some trick which might relate to their words. Would you be interested in playing? I would. I would be very interested. Let's see. I think that there is one here at the tower.
Hail, friend, and well met.
What do you see out yonder? I stand here often and watch. So we're gonna look. The elf is pleased by your interpretation. Alright, excellent. So next up... Man, I really can't remember where all these are, so I'm just gonna have to wander around a little bit. Try to find them. I think maybe... There might be one here. There's that guy.
Greetings to you.
Megovanen, you look to be an accomplished warden. I can tell by your eyes that you have seen many battle like myself. I greet you and give you salute for your great valor. We warriors are as kin. So I'm gonna go ahead and hail this fine sir. The elf is pleased with your response. I think I remember there was one by the ovens. So let me head that way. There we go.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Goodness me, you startled me. I was simply standing guard over this delightful display. I only sampled it to ensure it was sufficiently delicious, which it is. It was just a taste. You won't tell anyone, will you? I'm actually going to join him in his trickery. The elf is relieved by your equal lack of restraint. And the final one... I remember him being by the stable somewhere. Oh, there he is. Is that him? Or her?
Hail, friend. And
How I love
well
together
met.
for festivities. Music can be so inspiring, Kippen. Do you not agree? We are missing something, though, if it is to be a true party. So I think I have to dismount for this one and dance. The elf is delighted by your interpretation. Alright, let me head down and turn this in. And again, some of the other quests here are the dancing quests, which they don't give any new rewards. I did those in the 2016 Fall Festival, so if you're interested in seeing that, you can watch those episodes. Your talents in mirror work have become legendary, Kippen. You have done very well. Now I have to choose one. Do the tokens. Actually, this is timed, so I have to make sure I don't run out of time, right? Or maybe I have only a limited amount of time to actually do it, but I can turn it in whenever. Anyways, let's head to Thorin's Hall to do those sets of quests. Should be the final set here. Alright, so actually I think I can get there a little bit quicker by going through here. And then here. to the inn. There we go. And like the apples in the Shire, and the pumpkins in Bree, and the scrolls in Deweyland, we can get geodes here. Once an hour. Got a cracked geode. I don't think it'll be worth much. Only 1 token. That's alright, better than nothing. Again, these are all the Ale Association quests, but the tricks and trovery is what I'm interested in. Welcome to the famed Fall Festival in Thorin's Hall. We dwarves love a good laugh, almost as much as a good ale. One of our festival traditions is the game of troves and trickery. To play, you go about Thorin's Hall and try to please different dwarves with your tomfoolery. Every dwarf is impressed by a different thing, so you will need to pay attention to what they tell you. Are you interested? Remember, all you need to do is act out something related to what they tell you. Alright. So, man, I gotta try to remember. I think there's one here in the tunnel, actually. There we go. That guy. He's the first one.
At your service and your families.
It certainly gets very dull down here, working as much as I do with only the sound of water and chattering dwarfs to distract me. If only there was something else. So we can whistle for him. The dwarf cannot help but chuckle at your attempt to please him. Get on my mount. And actually, I'm probably going to come here to the central area. And here we go.
I am at your service.
I'm terribly sad today. I'm training to be a guard of Thorin's Hall, but I'm hopeless with a bow. So hopeless, in fact, that I shot one of Dwalin's finest kegs on the other side of the room instead of the very target before me. All the dwarves who saw made fun of me so. This is probably the saddest thing in all of the Lord of the Rings Online. We join in the mockery. The dwarf looks more mournful than before, but everyone around is pleased with your trick. I'm trying to remember. I know there's one by the forge. I really can't remember. I want to say I want to go that way. Yeah, there's this guy here.
I am at your service.
I am so thirsty, Kippet, and my friend here will not let me drink out of this plentiful store of ale behind him. I would give anything for just a sip, just a little taste. So I will taunt him by drinking. The dwarf gives you a resentful stare, but the nearby guard is amused by your trick. And then finally, I think the forging hall is the final one.
Greetings, traveler.
I don't do this work because I particularly like to work. I do this work because a dwarf cannot be respected without a good, stout, and strong pair of arms. What do you think of these great limbs of mine, wanderer? So I will flex mine. The dwarf is pleased by your impressive display. Of course he is. So that's that. Let me go turn this in. Go back all the way to the inn. Sometimes it's a little inconvenient to get to, but I like riding around in here, especially when the oboe music is playing. All right, good sir.
At your service and your families.
I have talked to my friends and they are all happy and feeling the festive mood. You play the game well. keep forgetting to pick a reward. Alright, so let's go back to Bree and turn in that one quest. And then I think I should be able to get rewards from there as well, so that'll be convenient. Actually, I don't need to get on my horse because I'm just going to take another one right away. There we go.
Hello there.
That sounds like an interesting experience you had, Kippen. I'm not sure that it's quite what I had in mind to keep with the spirit of Harvest Math, but it sounds like you did some good in Breetown nonetheless. Alright, so those are all the Fall Festival quests. There is one which I haven't shown yet, and it is related to the In League. Sorry, I had to collect my thoughts there. But when I do the In League, I'll be able to show that. It's in the Haunted Burrow, I believe. Let me see if I can find the guy who gives me the rewards. I don't know if she does or doesn't. I know for sure in the Shire there is one.
Are you looking for something, friend?
No. Let me see the browse shop.
Are you looking for something, friend?
I can just repair. That's fine. What is this? Harvest provision?
Greetings, friend.
Interesting. Fall Festival Trader. There we go.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
So we got all sorts of goodies here. Some cosmetic stuff as always. Not sure I'm a big fan of all this stuff. Just gonna be honest. But you can kind of look through those if you wish. And I showed some of these last time as well. Some people collect the cosmetics and that's all fine and dandy. That actually looks pretty sweet. There's a freaking pretzel on it. It's awesome. Some dress, more cosmetic stuff. Some masks. Hold on, let me reset this, and then let me do this again. That's kind of creepy, but kind of cool, not gonna lie. And then, of course, we have some furniture. And I believe that, actually, there is a deed for collecting all of the location maps, so I may have to start doing that at some point. But for right now, I think what I am most interested in, of course, is the new steed for the year, which costs 60 tokens. I'm gonna go ahead and barter for that. Excellent. And you can get the one from last year for 30, but I already have it, so obviously there's no point in getting that. And you can always get the ones from all the previous years by using mithril coins, which I am not interested in doing either. I think what I'm going to spend the rest of my tokens on are these things, because if you remember, there's a deed to use these like 500 times or whatever. Or 300 times. So I'm just going to barter for some of those. There you go. Can slowly grind down that deed. And let me show you the new mount, because why not? Was that the new one? I can't remember if this was the new one or not. I want to say it's not. Yeah, this is the one from last year. There's a new one. Steed of the Elder Autumn. Let's see what that looks like. Not a bad looking pony. It's quite elegant. Very elegant, actually. I like how the... Yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the Harvest Festival of 2017. I really, really like the fact that they introduced that Bingo Boffin quest chain with the anticipation of it continuing year on year. I think that's going to be really exciting and a very welcome addition to the festivals. In fact, I hope they add something similar to that. A continuing quest line year to year for all the festivals. I think that would be great. So again, I hope you enjoyed. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the in-league quests before I head into Moria or not. But you'll find out in the next episode. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.